or bottom. What do I got to worry about? It's not like they got portal keys or anything. As he does get caught there, and they are going to take down this defensive tower, but not before taking out Nymphora. Engineer missing a very, very bad kick there. Andromeda going to go down to a combo from Pebbles. And Soulstealer going to pick up the defense. No, Pharaoh getting the last hit on the defense tower. As they're continuing, they've got two big players from the Legion side down, one minor player for the Hellborn. Looks like they are maybe going to go ahead and wait for the next creep wave, or they move in top. They're moving top with their destruction. Going to go ahead and clear out this defense tower now. And that's basically what I was going to try and say before we got stuck in action, but it'd be real good of them to go ahead and take out all these outer defense towers so that way they get a lot of pressure on all sides of the base, and they'll be forced to be distracted, and they can maybe jump in there and get an advantage on someone.
And most definitely, they still have the advantage. It doesn't look like they're going to push this, but I think they would be wise to. Those towers go down so quickly.
That was unfortunate. Pebbles, as he came up there, he drank his bottle and is like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and drink my bottle here, get a little bit more, etc. And he left his illusions behind, and Swiftblade ran into him. And Pebbles is like, no, get back here, and tries running back to the illusions to try and get it to bounce, but it did not bounce, I don't believe, on any of them. And he ate all of the Swift Slashes, so very unfortunate for Pebbles, as Frostwolf Skull finished on Swiftblade. So we're going to see Swiftblade rocking out the Geometer's Bane and Frostwolf Skull, something you generally see more picked up on the ranged agility carries. Like, I don't know, you see it on Forsaken, you see it on Flint, you see it on a variety of different players, as Nymphora going to eat the Deadwood Ultimate, going to go down here. And Swiftblade actually being a gentleman and not taking the kill from Deadwood on that, as he easily could have, critting out for 663 now, so he's got a pretty nasty critical hit going. So I guess it's panning out for him. We'll have to see how well he continues to fare here, as the kill score is still balanced. The experience in gold, I mean, it was in favor of the Hellborn until they lost Pebbles, I think. And so yeah, it just keeps changing hands back and forth here as we're seeing a relatively balanced game. Plenty of mistakes, though, I gotta say, from both sides.
Speaking of mistakes, I don't really think they should have backed there. I mean, Pebbles got picked off in the forest. If they had stayed together as a team, Nymphora got picked off by herself in the middle. And they excel in the team fights. They need to stay together as a team. And they have that token still. They didn't use that at all. And they could have taken that top tower, in my opinion. And they just, for whatever reason, decided not to do so. And yeah, it cost them 2 lives, basically.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they did go ahead and back up from that, as that was a little peculiar to me as well. I mean, they got it down to half health, but, you know, I guess they were just... It's a little easier for us to say that, too, because we get to see both sides of the map. We can see where people are, but when you're standing there and you don't see any Legion dots on the map, you don't want to get picked off. But, yeah, like you said, they had the token. They had, you know, they still were all in pretty decent shape. They could have maybe made a little more of that moment. As it looks like now they are going to try and make something happen here, as they got all 5 guys here coming towards middle. We've got, who's top? Glacius. Never mind, he's not going to be important for this fight. As, yeah, it's going to be a 5-on-4.
Don't hate on Glacius.
Well, he's a presence in a fight, but he's not, you know, it's not like Swiftblade's up there dicking around farming. So, not the most important person to be missing out of the lineup.
Yeah, sorry, no. Deadwood did choose to go for a Nullstone, so I'm little miffed about that as well, but
wow, I mean, really, what clickies do they have? I mean, yeah, I can see maybe
Fair.
for the
like, that's about it.
And what does Pharaoh even do for a clicky though?
His ultimate.
Oh, well, you can click that in any general direction though too. You don't have to click it on a hero, I think.
Yeah, I guess that doesn't.
Yeah, because you can
does
miss.
That even cancel?
I don't know that it does. If it's targeted, yeah, I don't think that they have any real targetable abilities there. So, yeah, not sure why you would go Nullstone unless you just thought everybody else was getting one, so I want one too.
Just ulted Deadwood there, so.
Yeah, managed to see that the Nullstone did go on cooldown, so something was targeted on him. But yeah, he's dead, and 2 for 1 so far. Pebbles went down. Soulstealer is the real one in still good shape? Yeah, I think he's in okay shape. He's still good. He does have the Nullstone still yet. Andromeda, Swiftblade, and Magebane actually mounting the defense here, trying to keep them out of base as the Tinker goes off on the defensive tower, and they just really don't want to have to come up here. Pharaoh tossing out a mummy wall, but getting swapped just now And Swiftblade doing a work on this Soul Stealer. Wow, he's taking him down pretty quick. As Magebane's going to join in on the fun. Almost taking Soul Stealer down, and they switch targets. Very nice. The Soul Stealer's going to go ahead and blink out of there. Wow, why did not Magebane stick with that? So.
Why did Soul Stealer run away?
Because he was near death. That would be.
Because he has a token and it's under 1 minute now.
Well,
he didn't pop
there
his
you go.
Shrunken Head during the
Now he
spin.
can go ahead and die and waste it.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he realized that he still had that, and his Shrunken Head was up while Swiftblade was spinning on him. So.
And now he's gonna pop his Shrunken Head for real, no effect, as he's gonna get DPS down. Oh, a beautiful mummy wall actually coming out there. Don't think it's gonna be enough. Yes, it's not, and so wow. Just a real sloppy fight there going out. They had the advantage going into that base, and they just completely got it wasted. Swiftblade was just wrecking face on that Soul Stealer while everybody else was distracted, and Soul Stealer ran away, barely got out, and instead of turning around and being able to manage to try and help his teammate a little bit, they got separated, and they kind of did that, oh, well, I'm going to go help him. No, I'm not. Well, I'm going to go help him. And then by the time you make your mind up, it's too late, and you're dead, and your teammate's dead, and anyone else who had that half-hearted exchange going on as well is dead. So they are all back up and ready to fight. Did Soul Stealer buy back? Or did he already come back by now? Because, I mean, Pharaoh died before him. So, yeah, he had to have bought back. As he's up here in the woods doing a little bit of farming, I guess, to earn his gold back in case they decided to push. I don't know. I'd have to rewind it to make sure, for sure. As they're going for Kongor. And now Legion's going to pick it up this time, so we'll have to see what's made of this, as Swiftblade actually picking up some Leech from the Abyssal Skull. So he did get the Leech, like I said, eventually. He just didn't go the Symbol of Rage or Whispering or any of those kind of things. But does have that now, so that's a nice pickup on him. Going to be able to amp up his farm, as Magebane continuing to increase his farm. He's almost up to 300 gold per minute. Swiftblade at over 500 gold per minute, which at the 46-minute mark is quite the achievement. And, Soul Stealer at 483, but really, I don't think that Soul Stealer's, like we said, Soul Stealer's not going to be able to match up against Magebane and Swiftblade. And right now, it doesn't even look like he's matching up against Swiftblade. He's not, he's not classified, at least to any of my knowledge, as a hard carry. He's classified as a carry because, he has a good presence throughout the entire game, but he's just not as strong as people like Swiftblade who are classified as a hard carry. Just continue to grow towards the end of the game and get stronger and stronger.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they can do at this point. I would have liked to see the Abyssal picked up on Magebane or Deadwood at this point, just to give Swiftblade that extra slot. He doesn't really need to be carrying it himself, and Magebane isn't really doing anything else at this point. But
what did he ditch for his token?
It's not the worst. I'm not complaining, obviously.
Yeah.
And he's so farmed at this point. Again, there's nothing really that the Hellborn can do, unless they get off a great team fight. They get a pick off and go. But I mean, with that token, they're just gonna have to try and turtle it out at this point. They do have engineers that they are capable of doing that. They can't afford to lose racks. But the longer they wait, the more farmed Swiftblade and Magebane get, and the harder it's gonna be to be able to push into that base.
I mean, look at this. Right now, I think that the Legion could technically push out with just 4 members and leaving Magebane to his own devices to continue his farm, which he's getting a really good growth on his farm right now, continuing to just blink throughout this Legion forest and take down creeps left and right. So he's not having any issues, and that looks to be basically what they're doing. I mean, right now they're cleaning up some creep stacks up top as Deadwood's trying to get the kill onto Pharaoh. Doesn't look like he's going to, but the other guys are maybe going to show up in time. Yep, they are, and Swiftblade, ooh, who got the kill? Did it show up on your screen?
Deadwood.
Deadwood got the kill. Okay,
Yeah.
Didn't show up on mine. S2, if you're watching.
Clearly my screen is better than yours.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know what it is that causes that, but for some reason it just doesn't show up on some of these. But yeah, Deadwood managed to pick up the kill. And yeah, I really, really don't know what the Hellborn is going to be able to do right now. They had a nice early to mid presence with Nymphora, Pebbles, and Engineer there. I mean, even Soul Stealer plays into that. But once you get to the late game and you've got a farmed Magebane, you've got a super ultra mega farmed Swiftblade, I just don't think that it's going to happen for him. As yeah, I just don't think that that's going to happen for him. The swap coming out there onto Engineer, and Engineer's probably going to go down, but looks like maybe not, as he's going to be forced to dive in and out of the Engineer ultimate. And actually almost down to half health now as he